Then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say,
When I call you in the nana.
when a man come in there, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
The message you want to give you what?
tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink.
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside.
You add into my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food make you now, you carry that to go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
And the man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In the Jeep.
In a G. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep.
Yeah.
That one.
Black DG. Photo G.
Photo G.
Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
Air condition all inside.
no. Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here, I'll free. You say when I move from here, I'll free. You said one talk again. I wanted to mean a whole talk to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, land looking, hi, looking. Then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office at OSP.
I think you explain to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry tea to the man. After you carry tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, the explain things. Say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
Okay, I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then do.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more questions again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time to
explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I tell you things I did in Bagam before you were born, you will feel discouraged. We were the one that's feeding chicken here, but today I can't do it. I want to be honest with you people. I don't want to tell you people fairy tale story that you'll go home and do something. I'm being honest with you people.
You said during the youthful days in Bong, you were one person who used to steal chicken.
I'm proud of that too.
And today coming back to tell the Liberian people that you want to have an elected position or occupy an elected position. Don't you think someone may refer to you as an old criminal?
And I need one to pour me, I will take it. I did it at that time, so I cannot dodge. But what I'm telling you is this. I have been refined, not only by myself, but by God alone.
For being refined, don't you think it will still follow you? This is a political era. Like you can
Let
remember.
me tell you something. If you want me to lie to the people of this country, then I will not do it. I'm telling you factual story about me. You didn't force me to tell you. I'm telling you something about me. I want the Liberian people to listen to it and be able to vote for me. Look, Jesus Christ himself said, only the criminal will be able to preach the Bible and understand it better. Okay? Why you think Jesus made that remark? Because he knew there would be criminal in the world. Look, if I go to steal chicken today, you'll put hanger on me and probably me in Bagan.
Are you making this statement to get the vote of the young people who these days are called Zogos and Zogis?
Or to maybe seek forgiveness?
Let me tell you, I'm making this statement to identify myself and where I come from, the struggle I went through, so you can build your life from there at younger generation and know there is hope in the future. If I tell you things I did in Bagam before you were born, you will feel discouraged. We were the one that's feeding chicken here, but today I can't do it. I want to be honest with you people. I don't want to tell you people fairy tale story that you'll go home and do something. I'm being honest with you people.
You said during the youthful days in Bong, you were one person who used to steal chicken.
I'm proud of that too.
And today coming back to tell the Liberian people that you want to have an elected position or occupy an elected position. Don't you think someone may refer to you as an old criminal?
And I need one to pour on me, I will take it. I did it at that time, so I cannot dodge. But what I'm telling you is this. I have been refined, not only by myself, but by God alone.
For being refined, don't you think it will still follow you? This is a political era. Like you can
Let
remember.
me tell you something. If you want me to lie to the people of this country, then I will not do it.
Guess what? Then people come and play. I swear. How we the EPA with me there? The song I want me they get it right. My husband has edition is taking from people. I was there to and I is on say we the mic is here say na. We the model table never. You go running down.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero from your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest now stable? No job, no food to put on the table. Don't just stay for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping for the breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you got no love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you was going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather came to rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what I yama 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 yama. I will like drama 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 drama. I live you all sama 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 sama. Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you was going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather came to rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what I yama 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 yama. I will like drama 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 drama. I live you all sama 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 sama.
Okay, on a brand new Monday afternoon in Monrovia, this is Freedom Radio Liberia.
You say you was going to change.
The program is Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Khan Oliver Kine. Princess Alexa Vanja Cody is also pretty seated.
We
want to say welcome to all of you listening to us, all of you following us, those of you who are watching from across the world. What a pleasant way to welcome you to the 20th day of October. The year remains 2025. There are too many things happening in the country we intend to talk about today. On this political platform, we intend to keep talking about all of what you need to know about your country, Liberia. Oh, yes. And so on today's edition, we'll be helping the government of Liberia to pass on an information to the Liberian people. I repeat, the Liberian government will be helped on today's edition. to convey a message to the citizens of the country, particularly the civil servants. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning is asking the civil servants of our country to bear patience for the month of October. According to the Ministry of Finance release, which has been published by several online newspapers and different media entities in the country, civil servants are asked to bear patient, be patient. The Ministry of Finance is saying there's going to be some delay in salary disbursement for the month of October. The people are not like you. And so with all of these things happening in the country, and the issue that has to do with the latest report from the State Department, it is only important that you join into the conversation so that we have a lot more to talk about. The business climate of Liberia has been described as very, very troubling for business people to do business in the country. The report is here. We're going to be looking deeply into that report to tell you what the white people are saying about business in Liberia, what the foreigners are saying about what business is in Liberia. Will be relative to how they handle businesses across the country. On the flip side of issues, we'll talk about the groundbreaking ceremony that was held by the CDC on Saturday. Plans by the Unity Party to also have theirs on the 6th of December 2025. And of course, the different public perception on the two political institutions wanting to have their headquarters construction process on the way. What are your thoughts? What do you make of all of those issues? During the course of the program, we'll afford you the opportunity to call into the show, as usual, to make your input here on all of the issues we'll be talking about. You say you are going to change things, but we're not seeing changes. While all of that is going on the radio, those of you who are in the Liberian dollars, you stand a chance to win 5,000. That number could double depending on how well you play and how lucky you are. Right here on 87.9. So the code is simple: *255 *1# will place you in a position to win if you're lucky. Since today is Monday and I'm kind of tired, Alexa also kind of, experiencing some tiredness as well. We could limit the number, we could limit the time we want to talk on the radio to paying you a lot of money. So instead of talking plenty politics, we could focus more on paying you sufficient money on the platform for the sole purpose of giving you something at the end of the day. So *255 *1# is the code. The more you play, the better your chances are. Mr. Rescue, I just want to ask you one question: that will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people they're not like you.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9, the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. Alexa, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, however way you're joining us. I would like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. It is also a new week, so we'd like to say happy new week to all of you. We have a lot to talk about today. But before going to our discussion of the day, as always, I would like to say something about Orange Liberia. If you're out there and you're listening to us, also if you are a subscriber of Orange Liberia has a lot in store for all of you. So Orange Liberia still has this international offer where you can talk to your family members, your friends, or whoever you want to talk to, *250#. And that's basically how you go about staying in connection. So there are different options and you choose exactly what you want. Also, the Flatbox router is still on sale for $69. So purchase that to be able to stay connected to the internet. *222# for data offer. You have different prompts and just choose exactly what you want. Also, if you're listening, Orange Liberia just launched the Orange Money Mega Wave 2. So we're on phase 2, and this is for customers, this is for agents and also merchant. So there are different prizes, weekly prizes. You have 100,000 Liberian dollars, and the grand prize is 1 million Liberian dollars. So it's like a whole big thing for everybody. Just continue using Orange Liberia and stay connected. The Max 8 is still available, so make sure you download Max 8 Alaro.
Okay, so basically we'll have a lot to talk about on the platform today. There are plenty things happening. We'll have a lot to talk about on the platform today. But before we begin the conversation, there was an event on Saturday. We saw the CDC groundbreaking ceremony taking place. I was there. Alexa followed from a distance. But the truth of the matter is the program was held, and I want for Alexa to give us her opinion on what transpired. I'll come in later, but I just want to know what she made, of it from her own standpoint.
I think if I'm going to say I was surprised, that would be not fair enough, because seditionists are people who have proven to be loyal, and whatever has to do with their political party, they're always there. And one of the things that I've also noticed is the fact that seditionists hate to be provoked. They hate to be looked down on. So if someone's going to tell them, hey, this is not going to work, and they know they have the power and ability to make that work, they're going to do that times 100. That's exactly how they are. So I would just go to days prior to Saturday, when seditionists were actually talking about the official groundbreaking ceremony of the political party headquarters in the global headquarters of the CDC. Everybody was really curious as to where is the location and where is it going to be and all that. Fast forward, the location was recognized, and seditionists didn't leave that particular location. Seditionists didn't leave. If you are a taxi driver and you just passed by days before Saturday, Congo Town, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So seditionists were there. They were just there being happy that, of course, they have a new home, and, they just couldn't wait for the official groundbreaking ceremony of, their political party headquarters. So that was prior to Saturday. Saturday was one hell of a day. I mean, that was very colorful. And it seems like it was not just a groundbreaking ceremony. No, It looks like a political rally, in fact. And I'm being honest about this. It looks like a political rally where you had different individuals. And if you're just going to go back to, a drone footage of the entire day, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have people all in trees, you have people walking, you just have people everywhere. And it was really colorful, and it looks like it was maybe a campaign or something. It just reminded me of our 2023, where you had seditions just managing to attend a political rally or the official launch of the campaign or whatever it was. But that's exactly the image that was painted on that particular day. There were also what actually stood up to me also was seditions from the United States, seditions from different parts of the world. A lot of them were really eager to attend, and that's exactly what made it very, very unique. Because to have just you saying, oh, we're breaking ground for our project, everyone would see that as an ordinary venture. Like, why? We're just going there to say, oh, today we're launching this, and after today construction begins. But seditions did not see that as an ordinary groundbreaking ceremony. No, they saw that as another opportunity to get together as a political party. They saw that as another opportunity to work together and to also send out a huge message that regardless of losing elections, we are still united as a political party. Regardless of losing elections, we are still here, and we're going to keep moving forward. Nothing you're going to say that will make us lose, God of who we are. They owns up to their identity. And they did that with confidence. They did that with a daring nature that you cannot say anything to them. They will always be here. Also, when Oliver played some of the songs, like you broke our party headquarters, but you did not break us, because this is in our soul, and you cannot take it away from us. So that was also that. Like, you broke our headquarters. You did not break us. No. We have our souls in our bodies, and whatever you do, CDC is in our souls. CDC is our home. You may bulldoze our headquarters. The bricks may be down, but we're still standing, and we're standing tall. So that was also a message, and it resounded. It resonated again. Right. For people who thought that it was just a moment, to have a number of people. It was not it, but that was also a message. And out of Liberia in America, you also had some seditions gathered together just to be together with the other folks who are here. So that was like one hell of an event, and it sent out a very strong message that people who are quote unquote not really having time for seditions, they had to go back because they were so much shaking in there, whatever. And they started doing different things on the social media to get the attention of seditions. But it did not work because it was just there. And since then, the videos, the pictures, they've all been trending on the social media. People have continuously talked about it. Even people who were not, maybe well-wishers, or people who are still not well-wishers, they continue to talk about this and saying, oh, this is a message, so the people who are in power should stand up and all that. So it was really, really amazing. Honestly, it was really, really amazing. And I'm sure the real work starts after groundbreaking, because it was just the startup of an entire project. So you're going to see a lot of people there again. You're going to see a lot of seditions there, and they're going to be like, just there at the project sites doing whatever they are to do. But I would like to say big congratulations to seditions and their leaders for pulling that off. It was well organized. It was, I don't know the adjectives to use, but I think it was well organized. And the most important thing is a message was sent out. And not just a regular message, but a very strong message that had people shaking. So that's one thing to do whenever you have an event, just make it memorable, that people continue to talk about it. And that was done really.
Okay, so look, there'll be time I will leave Alessa with this show because I mean she couldn't have said it more better than the way it is. Look, a few things she said that I am going to take you from to present the case. The first thing is the Unity Party miscalculated, and the CDC and other political institutions made similar mistake. Unfortunately, the Unity Party that is supposed to be very sophisticated was unable to tactically put her acts together when they went behind the Dempster, situation and influence it, did everything behind the scene to have taken CDC from the Congo town, the opposite Lone Star Cell office. Look, the last hope of the Unity Party to have destroyed the CDC, if not, maybe the second to the last hope, because I know their ultimate hope. I know their ultimate, the very last decision they want to make. I know it. I'm not going to reference it on the radio, but I know what the last option is. But one of the major targets they had was to have gotten the CDC headquarters off. Now, in their opinion, when you break the CDC headquarters down, you're going to demoralize citizens. You're going to make them angry. You're going to get them in a very emotional mood in such a way that it is going to discourage them from wanting to support or wanting to continue supporting their political party. Now, what they did not calculate was the fact that breaking the headquarters, an area that witnessed the blood of individuals of the Congress of Democratic Change being slain. I mean, Alexa, you can spell that particular word. I mean, that's SLAINED, being slain. Meaning they were killed tragically by armed elements of the Unity Party administration. That land witnessed people dying in cold blood. Their blood soaked that sand. And I'm even wondering whether folks are going to want to do any business to that place. So they felt, okay, we will break the headquarters and make these people homeless, make them hopeless, make them to wonder, make them to panic. And that was their best bet. And so you saw the demolition exercise. This was the first time an eviction, will happen in the form of demolition. Before, the eviction order will be given, you take it to the place and say, look, we have an eviction order. Please leave this place within so period of time. But in this situation, it did not happen. Straight from the court, while the very tenants were trying to file in their appeals to the Supreme Court, the police was already there with their men, with the bulldozers, bringing every little thing down, including the Sakamo tree that grew up naturally, and people just thought to adopt it and make it their own. They went to the extent of rooting it up. Now, all of what they were doing, the ultimate goal was to get to the heart and soul of the CDC people. They said when we break their homes and we get them off, their headquarters, it's going to demoralize them and push them into solitude and whatever the case is. At the end of the day, yes, temporarily they got citizens emotional. I know a few people who called me from America, CDC people, and they were crying on the telephone. Oh, our headquarters breakdown, and the rest of it. But what they did not know was that moment of breaking the headquarters was a period of re-impregnating the CDC agenda. When they were breaking the headquarters, they were impregnating the CDC. That belly that was formed on the day of demolition, the delivery process was done day before yesterday. You may want to say anything you want to say. I know citizens who were discouraged about the CDC after the elections. They were not part of CDC activities. But because of the way the headquarters was demolished, they turned out on Saturday. I know Unity partisans who have had serious resentment for the CDC, meaning they would not want us to hear or think anything positive about the CDC. From the former manner in which their old headquarters was demolished, some of those Unity partisans started to have a different view about what politics in Liberia should be, about what the CDC is. Because come to think of it, although they are Unity partisans, but they were like, okay, you know what? We want this man. He was in power. We want him. You know, he did not hesitate. He was able to follow the rule of law. He was able to follow the due process. He submitted the election to us. Other African leaders would have held on to power and caused instability. People who would have died. At the end of the day, the government will do whatever, or the country could plunge into civil unrest. But he did not allow his personal greed, to overwhelm him. He passed the torch on to us. Why are we running after him? Why are we running after his party? Why are we doing everything, to create confusion when there should be no need for confusion after winning elections? Those Unity partisans, I can say this to you without fear nor favor. In all honesty and fairness, we have tens and tens and tens and tens of them in their hundreds, practically making contribution towards the CDC headquarters construction project on the basis of not wanting to be known. But that's to what extent that demolition was able to cause a lot of, reawakening in the hearts and minds of the CDC people and even other independent Liberians. Saturday, what I saw, like Alessa said, she was not surprised, because to say you're surprised, it means CDC is not noted for putting out people. But a party that just lost election, that just lost governmental power, rather, where it is expected that people will be so discouraged and so forth, to have seen the corridor between Boulevard Junction and the ministerial complex, to have seen that corridor 100% locked and loaded, where for over 5 hours vehicles could not pass until the program was over. It says a lot. It says a lot about what is happening in this country from several angles. One of the first angles has to do with economic situation in the country. The country is tense. The economy is messy, and we're going to be reading a report on the business climate of our country. People cannot just wait to see a process that will afford them the opportunity to go to the ballot boxes and make a decision. They can't wait to have that moment, because things are getting terrible on a daily basis. Things are getting terrible on a daily basis. Not only about seditions, but about every single Liberian in the country. Liberians are facing hell. No, I'm not. A few of you who are connected to the officials in government, I mean, you will not understand what's going on. I mean, you will not agree with these analytical points we are making. But the vast majority of the people, including Unity partisans who do not have the opportunity to be in proximity to the guys who are caught in the sharks, they are feeling the pinch. There are tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of partisans of the Unity Party who themselves find it difficult to feed themselves in a day. It is a tough thing for their kids to remain in school. They are hungry. They're going through rent problems. No, some of them have businesses doing, but because of the economic, situation in the country, their businesses have all crumbled. The government is not providing the enabling environment that will attract a lot of investment, in such a way that business in the country will boom. There are too many regulations being placed, being put into place that are untimely and unnecessary at about this moment. Look, buying a new pair of shoes could be very essential, but if the timing is not appropriate, that could be a disaster. For example, your daughter is sick, and you don't even have any good pair of shoes. Oh yes, it is important that you need a pair of shoes, right? I mean, there is no crime in you wanting a new pair of shoes as the head of the home, but your daughter is not feeling well, your son is not feeling well. Now, to take that money intended to treat your daughter and choose to go and buy shoes for yourself, shoes is now a bad thing to buy. I mean to purchase, but the mere fact that there were other crucial issues, crucial than what the shoe is, but you opted to go to have gotten the shoes, shows that your decision making ability is questionable, and that's what happened to the country. The government started instituting too many economic policy, too many policy issues that had economic implications, negative economic implications on the economy of our country. Look, for example, the motorcyclists have promised to give 500 bags of cement towards the construction of the CDC headquarters. Now, do you know why they're doing it? They're not doing it because they got money. They're doing it because when the CDC government was in power, there were too many opportunities that were given the motorcycle, tricycle, and taxi drivers in this country. The first thing was taxi drivers had their vehicle registration, their annual vehicle registration reduced. While they were paying under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, it got reduced under George Weah. The motorcyclists, they were paying, I think, $50, it got reduced to $25. The keke, they were paying something else, it got reduced to another thing, including their license. About 50% reduction was done to the motorcyclists, tricycle riders, and taxi operators in the country under the George Weah administration. Now, in addition to that, there were no-go zone this issue about no-go zone was not happening. The police were working in line with motorcyclists to ensure that the traffic will not be overwhelmed. There will be some restriction, and those things were in place. The guys had the opportunity to make money. They had the opportunity to put their susu to give their girlfriend their money for cooking to the horse, to save some, to put some in the pocket for the PS2 and the football games and the rest of it. Those are all economic indicators. When you start to affect the veins of the economy, the motorcycle sector is a vein to the economy, right? Now you talk about how you call this thing, employment in government. That's another vein of the economy. You dismiss people. You dismiss over 800 human beings from the Ministry of State. I mean, close to 4,000-5,000 individuals were dismissed from the government. Those are people who are making 200, 150, 300, this and that. You dismiss them. Now, instead of you hiring people to replace them, you didn't do it. But the space that dismissal created, you use that space to increase the salary of your people in government. Now, you know what you're doing? When you got 4,000-5,000 human beings leaving their jobs, and you understand about 1,000 back, and the rest of the 4,000 of them, you use their pay to increase a few human being money, you are interrupting the flow of cash from the bottom level. And that's why you see the young girls ain't making money anymore. How many government officials do you see go Alexa on the sidewalk and as they get in, who can say, it owe me in my hand, it owe me in my hand? How many government officials you see buying clothes from those children who can say, it owe me in my hand? No. Where do they go to? They go to big boutiques. They go to big shopping malls. In fact, some of them don't even buy clothes in Liberia. So you know what happened? The ordinary civil servants who you would dismiss, 800 of them from Ministry of State, the other one from the other place. Those are people who used to go to Waterside to be buying, how they call it, 500 blasts, 800 trouser, LDO. Those are people who used to be buying it. Those are people who were stimulating the economy from the bottom approach. Now, you took a political decision because you said they were appointed between 2018 to 2023, so automatically you assume that they are all citizens. Unfortunately, some of your own people are part of those you dismissed illegally, politically rather. And so the conglomeration of individuals at the CDC, soon to be new headquarters, is as a result of the decisions made by this government. Now, I say this to you. The gathering wouldn't have been so overwhelming. It wouldn't have been that crowded if this government was actually on the right trajectory. Look at some of the decisions you are taking. You are demolishing people's structures. When you do not have direct project insight to implement. This is not the first time the United Party government did this. I remember when Maryborough was at the City Hall, there were several structures Maryborough broke down in this country. Till today's date, till Ellen Johnson Sirleaf could leave power, Maryborough ain't do anything to those structures. Made other people vulnerable. No, are we against some of the city ordinance, protocol and the different zoning laws? No, we are not against it. But the fact of the matter is, when you know you do not have the resources to do a particular piece of intervention from an infrastructural perspective, nobody is forcing you to put the people in harm's way. You got JFK sitting on JFK. Somebody did a post today that JFK went off for almost 30 minutes. That light went off the hospital for almost 30 minutes. You got simple things that you cannot handle in the country. Yet still you are opening other new fronts. Leave these places as they are, except you have money to do something. Look, when Ellen Johnson said he was in authority, whenever she had opportunity to do some road project and everything, when we had issue of people being in the right of way and whatever the case is, there were payments made, there were compensations done. You are breaking people's homes, you're not giving anything. You're breaking people's homes, you're not giving anything. So at the end of the day, all of these economic situations, the hardship people are encountering, these are things that are propelling the opposition community to be stronger. So you can even go ahead and break ANC headquarters, break all the other political party headquarters, or even manipulate all the other odds against the CDC not to build their headquarters. Once you do not address the structural issues confronting the bread and butter issues of the Liberian people, you have failed. Whenever there is a political rally outside of your structure, they will turn out. Whenever there is a chance to go to election, they will go and vote against you. And when you dare attempt to cheat in an election, they will remove you from power. They will remove you. If it means being violent, they will violently remove you from power. And it will be justified. If you keep suffering them like this, if you keep suffering the Liberian people like this, and to go to election to vote you out of power, and you won't cheat, if they choose to be violent and violently decide to remove you from power, that their decision will be justified. So before you reach to that level, it is important that you start to listen. The government should have to listen. This issue about you people insulting anybody who will criticize what you are doing, it is wrong. It is wrong. When Edwin Snow talk, y'all send somebody to go cussing. You run a whole ministry of mind and power costs. When Cummings decide to say something, the whole ministry of mind and power costs will cost Cummings. If other person say you cost the person, you don't run the country that way. There is a screenshot. One official of the government posted about their quote unquote, groundbreaking day they want to have. Another guy went and said, no, we ain't going nowhere. Y'all sack people in CDC government, instead of giving all the jobs, y'all get a job to your girlfriend and your relatives. You ain't get a job to some of us who walk in the poo-poo water with y'all. Some of us who made enemies with our CDC friends because of y'all. That today y'all won't call us to go and do this and that. That official of government had to tell that person, say, look, if you not want me to be posting your old video, tell me, let me move your picture from in the videos. That's how arrogant the guys have become. Now, when you do these things, when you insult seditions for criticizing, and you start to insult and respond arrogantly to your own unity partisans for criticizing the way you run in the country, then who then are you running the country for? If the opposition complaining, you insult them. If your own people rise up to tell you the truth to power, you insult them. Who are you running the country for? Who are you running the country for? You can do everything you want to do. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. In as much as you are unable to address the cardinal issues affecting the survivability of the people, you've done nothing. You have done nothing. Elisa has a particular release from the Ministry of Finance in your possession. And I want you to go in front and read it, Elisa. Let people know. As we speak, the government is now begging civil servants to hold their heart because things come and get tough in the country. Holding their heart because they got technical issue. Yeah, let's read it so you listen to it. The government said they got technical issue.
Okay. So this is a release from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. So it says, temporary delay in salary payments due to system upgrade. The Office of the Comptroller and Accountant General informs all employees of the government of Liberia that processing of payment of salaries for October is ongoing, but payment will last up to the first week in November. According to a Ministry of Finance and Development Planning release, this temporary delay is due to ongoing technical upgrades and maintenance work being carried out at the ministry's central data center. These system enhancements are part of the Ministry of Finance Development Planning's broader efforts to modernize its financial management systems and improve data security in salary processing and related financial transactions.
Okay, so all I want that unnecessary stuff. You won't finish with the last paragraph.
The ministry is aware that these delays may cause inconvenience and apologizes to all civil servants and government employees for the delay. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning has maintained a strong record of largely being timely in the payments of government salaries and remains firmly committed to upholding this standard. The ministry appreciates the patience and understanding of all government employees as these important improvements are being finalized.
Look, up to the time Samatwe and President George Weah left their respective offices in this country, salary payment was never a problem in this country for the last 3 years of the Weah's administration. Now, even to the point where we had COVID-19, that government was paying salaries. People were sitting down home drinking, plenty eating, drinking, and women being free. They were not coming to work. The George Weah government were paying them. Up to the time of election, salary was constant. So they inherited constant salary payment. That one is no argument. There should be no reason anybody want to make argument with it. And so maintaining, yes, the beginning of the Weah administration, there were challenges in paying salaries. The first 2-3 years. Can attest. And so when you inherited a smooth salary payment system, and after 2 years, you start to encounter issues of it, there is nothing wrong to inform the Liberian people that the economy is bad. Look, when you run an institution, when you have drop in your revenue lines, the best you can do is to inform those in the institution that, hey, we got problem. Unless I used to pay off $4 million every month, unless I say she get our money nana, so it affecting what was to get this month. Austin sort of get all 5 million as well. The other men sort of get all they want. If these people have money coming in, I can play magic as disbursement officer. Be honest and say this to the Liberian people. Oh, yeah, somebody will say, oh, there's a national security risk when you tell people say they will not pay and this and that. But it is better you let them know, say no money, than to tell them say that technical issue. I remember someone told people before, say, technical glitch was the reason why, other things were not happening. The party people branded him as being incompetent. Today, you are still using technical issue. The difference is, do I use glitch? And you are using issues. But one underlining word that is not changing is the issue that has to do with what? Technical. And nothing technical about it. Ain't there yet technical issue? No money there. No money there. There are competing priorities in the country. Revenue line has reduced. The people ain't generating more money in the country anymore. People ain't paying taxes. Businesses can pay taxes correctly when the economy is growing, when the economy is lubricated. You see, when the economy is better. But at the end of the day, you have a stagnated economy. Things are not moving. People ain't got purchasing power. People ain't got money in their pockets. People ain't got money in their pockets. And you come out, you can say we want to do this one. I know how. Let's read that thing. We want to read this one, and because we got technical issue, so there will be delay. We'll be paying salary up to November. Come on, you bluffing. You are bluffing. The real pie ain't reached yet. We are told that you are running to mining companies, ArcelorMittal and other people to take taxes from them ahead of time to pay salary. But you're going to be worsening the situation because when you take 200 million from ArcelorMittal, you pay salary for about for about 5-6 months. At the end of the day, what next do you see happening to you? In 5-6 months, you finish paying salary with a monthly salary, you know, or wage bill, how you call this, with a monthly wage bill of somewhere around $33 million, 200 million divided by 33. That's not going to be more than 10 months or whatever the case is. Technically, it's not going to be more than 8-9 months. You will still run back to bankruptcy. By then, you don't even have the chance to go back to people that are still or B Mountain to give you additional money because you already credited there from them to fuel salary. You see what we're telling you guys? To create the environment in the country that would necessitate free flow of cash and a good business environment. That's what we told you. We told you to stop breaking the rules of the country. We told you to stop being political about the justice system of our country. When you were being selective in arresting Dixon Sibo and the rest of the people for political reasons, when you knew the actual culprits of those who burned Capitol building, the partners were watching. The business people were watching. These business people got their own personal surveillance agents in the country who are in the business of monitoring the entire country to know what the security system is in the country before investing their millions and billions. When you look at a certain speaker legitimately and support an illegitimate speaker to the point where he became legitimate, and that process was done through the disregard of constitutional order, you disregarded too many constitutional provisions. The partners, the business people were not stupid. They were monitoring and saying, look, but these guys are not prepared to uphold the rule of law. I'm not going to bring my billions and millions in this country and invest it where the laws will be, they will circumvent the law for their own personal interest. I could lose my money. I could be a victim. I could run bankrupt because the system would not protect me. You did not create the environment for businesses to thrive. And so it is becoming difficult now for you to raise taxes. And since you cannot raise taxes, you cannot generate additional money to service government and at the same time pay salaries. To service government projects, rather, and at the same time pay salaries. And you can't tell people about technical glitch, technical issue, or in the first month of November, I challenge you. Recently, some people from Ministry of Information were complaining that they have not been receiving their annual LD component or working on thing for almost 2 months. There are entities in this country that have been complaining about salary delay. It has reached to the point where it is becoming holistic now, and so you are putting out an excuse. No, it should not be. And that's why there is no technical situation here. The Controller General got a particular system he's working with. All of the ministry agencies got their payroll. They got a soft copy any day, any night. The technical man from Freedom FM can sit down right now and build a system where all the controllers in the country from the different spending entities will submit their payroll before 12 o'clock tonight, Alexa, or tomorrow morning. Before 12 tomorrow morning, all the information, it will be available and they can submit it to the different commercial banks. The truth is, you ain't get no money there. Some of the commercial banks are refusing to even allow you, they are even refusing to pay on your behalf. Is that what they can do? Government salary per month, sometimes the government wage bill is about $33 million. Out of that $33 million, sometimes the government is paying, salaries to people through GD Bank, for example. Maybe out of the $33 million, government is spending $12 million every month to GD Bank. Because there are some military men who get their salary to GD Bank. There are some police men, GD Bank. DA, GD Bank. Lawmaker, GD Bank, other places. The same happens to EcoBank. The same applies to UBA. It applies to FIB and the other banks. So at the end of the day, what government can do normally is go to GD Bank and say, look, GD Bank, and also get $12 million, so you'll pay all our people then who taking pay from your other month. Yeah, say that. So listen. We ain't got that $12 million. So beg your one operate. In the middle of next month, we'll come back and give us some $12 million. So government been doing DO call. That's how you been seeing the whole salary thing been a bit stable. But it has reached to the point where some of the commercial banks are no longer comfortable with DO call. So they are saying, no, if you don't put cash in the CBO for all, we're not going to pay your people's salaries. Because we took our personal people money in our account, in our banks. And if we do not have the people money to give them, whenever they come for it, our bank will have integrity issues. And so all that time you see them buying, they are buying time so that, the fuel container will be clearing from the port. The LRA officers that we have to the different border points, the different taxes that they will collect so that it can try to reach to the wage bill. But it is not sustainable. It is not sustainable because the revenue lines, especially the internal revenue lines in the country, there are problems. There are problems associated with the internal revenue generating mechanism. There are problems. No money coming from outside anymore. The papa ain't know nobody beside rehab. The president ain't know nobody beside in rehab. He doesn't know anybody across the world beside people in rehab. You go to France, go to other place, nobody knowing anywhere around the world. Over 23 different trips he has made. Now a single 1 cent he brought back to the country. So how would the local economy not be in trouble? How would the local economy not be in trouble? Over 18 different trips, 1 cent come back to add on what we are generating locally. So what do you expect? What then do you expect? What then do you expect? At the end of the day, it's going to be a whole problem on the economy. You brace yourself, civil servants. Brace yourself. Yes, I know the government is trying to run through different, few, how you call this thing, Alexa, few mining companies to get some money and get civil servant salary back to normal situation. But it is not sustainable. The most sustainable part of it is to create the environment where the local economy is going to thrive. You are doing little. The fundamental pillar of upholding, of securing any fertile business climate is to ensure that you have the rule of law being upheld. Look, people who are billionaires and millionaires, some of them are crooks. Some of them are honest. Most of them are hardworking. When they look for their money and become millionaires and billionaires, they don't want to invest their money in environments that are not legally grounded. They want to invest their money where they know this is what the law says about people duping me. So if I invest here and somebody decides to dupe me, the law will come and arrest the person, take my money from them, and I will still not be at a loss. I will not still be at a loss. But in a country where the Supreme Court will say, like, let's win the case, but the executive will say no, let's win the case, not our business. All we know that Oliver, we support it and that Oliver will operate. How do you think people will bring businesses here? You turn around as a government, you boast that all in the country that you have NGO, you have all the kind of connections. NGO ain't coming in the country. The NGOs are not here anymore. Outside rehab, beside rehab, nobody knows about it anywhere else. Rehab and Freetown, rehab and Sierra Leone, like, knowing beside the two places, nobody knowing anywhere around the world. So nothing coming to the country. Nothing coming to the country anymore. So in the end, the government decided to increase work permit for foreigners. Increase, how you call the other thing, resident permit for foreigners. Granted, it is intended to do XYZ, but you are charging the people high fees. You ain't need to charge them high fees. All you need to do is to tell them what kind of job they are supposed to be applying for. Restrict them to the jobs they are supposed to apply for. There are certain jobs here that are supposed to be done by Liberians and certain jobs that foreigners are supposed to do. You don't need to increase it. Now, when you work on one money and take it from 1,000 to 10,000, you start inflating the thing, you start increasing it, you are discouraging local investment. Because at the end of the day, some of the business people will decide to close their different business branches, and it could fall on the shoulders of the economy. It could fall on, and that's why the country the way it is. So you see that if I release the issue, they may not issue release in November because it will. I don't want to use that language on the radio, but it will get rough. And all of you outside that know what I wanted to see. Oh yeah, it will get very, 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 very difficult. I don't pray so because there are Liberians who are depending on that salary. But the truth is, the guys in power have to change. You have to change your ways. You have to change your attitude. The small money you're generating, you're taking it to carry the FOIA, to pay $10 million home for the president in FOIA. How you will not be begging people say, oh, your how salary not coming up? We'll delay the salary by 1 week. How you will not do it? The small money you're making, you're going to pay $10 million home in FOIA for the paper. The small money you're making, every small thing you want to do, the private jet, you'll be riding. Every trade he making, you put 100,000 US dollar on his debit card. How we know about data set brought a report to us, Alexa? You remember? Data set brought a report. The president travel can put 100,000 on your account. Now, in the midst of economic difficulties, you are supposed to be sound in your expenditure, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're spending recklessly. Look at the report that came up. Look at the latest report that came up. My brother Junior just posted something about the report. Look at the report that came up. Look at what they are saying about doing business in Liberia. Look at what they are saying about doing business in Liberia. Look at what they are saying about doing business in Liberia. It is very, very, very dimey.
They talk about policies toward foreign direct investment.
Mm-hmm.
And according to this,
Mm-hmm.
despite the government's effort to encourage investment in Liberia, foreign investors report difficulties in meeting with government officials to discuss investment deals unless bribes are offered. A weak legal and regulatory framework, lack of transparency in contract awards, low levels of skilled local labor, and widespread corruption also deters foreign direct investment. Government officials view foreign investors as opportunities for short-term graft rather than as partners in creating long-term growth for the benefit of the country. Government decisions affecting the business sector are driven more by political cronyism.
Government what? Government decisions affecting the business sector are driven by what?
More by political cronyism
Mm-hmm.
than investment climate considerations.
Good.
Many businesses find it easy to operate illegally if the right political interests are being paid, whereas those that try to follow the rules at best find that they receive little, if any, assistance from government agencies, and at worst are targeted
Mm-hmm.
by government officials seeking direct or indirect bribes or other unofficial payments.
Government officials seeking direct bribe.
Mhm.
Direct bribe. Go ahead.
And they also have this one about corruption. It says Liberia has laws to combat corruption, bribery, and economic sabotage by public officials, but the government does not implement the laws effectively or apply them in a non-discriminatory manner.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, these laws do not extend to family members or of officials or to their political parties, except in cases where these auxiliaries benefit from the proceeds of corruption.
Mm-hmm.
The government does not require private companies to establish internal codes or codes of conduct that prohibit bribery of public officials.
I want you go to
This which one again?
I want you go to legal. I want you go to legal system and judicial independence.
Just a minute.
No,
just
I
a
mean,
minute. We have it. Can I see-
here is it.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just read legal system and judicial independence. Read that
Legal
part.
system and judicial independence.
Mm-hmm.
Liberia's legal system uses common law alongside local customary law.
Good.
The common law-based court system operates in parallel with local customary law, which incorporates unwritten indigenous practices, culture, and traditions. Adjudication under these dual systems often results in conflicting decisions
Mhm.
between entities based in Monrovia and communities outside of Monrovia, as well as within communities.
Good.
The commercial court hears commercial and contractual issues, including debt disputes of 15,000 and above. Liberia's commercial law is largely modeled on U.S. corporate law and is governed by the Business Corporation Act and other relevant legislation, including the Electronic Transactions Law and Money Laundering Law.
Mhm.
In theory, the commercial court presides over all financial, contractual, and commercial disputes, serving as an additional avenue to expedite commercial and contractual cases. Under the Liberian Constitution, the judicial branch is independent from the executive, but media reports regularly indicate that the executive branch frequently interferes in both judicial and legislative matters.
Oh yeah.
Cases.
No.
Just that.
That the executive normally interfere
Under the
in.
Liberian Constitution, the judicial branch is independent from the executive.
But media
reports regularly indicate
Mhm.
that the executive branch frequently interferes in both judicial and legislative matters.
The last time the lawmakers of Capitol Hill were making power among themselves. Gregory Cuomo sent police people to defend other lawmakers and beat the hell out of other lawmakers. That's interference. You think the Americans and the other partners are not monitoring? So at the end of the day, when businesses is growing, it affects your own internal revenue generating capacity. So if you do not generate taxes, you will not have surplus money to buy solar lights, buy fuel for the probably $1.2 million cars that he's driving. You will not get additional change to pay civil servants. At the end of the day, you'll be telling us, say, your people will next week we'll collect small taxes, then we'll add it on to the one we'll get, then we'll start paying salary. You can look, unless you read that thing, you complete it. But let me say this to our people. You can build $10 million home for the president in Foya. You can go to Dubai and buy 2 Lexus Jeeps for him at the cost of $1.2 million plus other pilot vehicles. You can make him fly a private jet, even from Monrovia to Foya. You can make him fly a private jet from all across the world on all foreign trips. You can make him do everything you want. But please, the people's small salary, what is supposed to be making per month, don't touch it. When you do it now, the whole economy will collapse. When you do it now, people will start eating human beings in the country. Don't try the people's salary. But just read that part about the interference.
Under the Liberian Constitution, the judicial branch is independent from the executive.
Good.
But media reports regularly indicate that the executive branch frequently interferes in both judicial and legislative matters. Cases can be subject to extensive delays and procedural other errors.
Extensive delay, for example, Alexa, and these are things that can drive the business people.
Yeah, that there's a line that says that anyway.
I come in.
Yeah, there's a line that says
to some delays. The medical hospital in Monrovia said these boys were tortured. They took them to NSA and beat them. They threatened to sodomize them. They threatened to kill them. They showed them rooms. They said people not enter that room before they not die. The hospital validated that they were tortured. They went to court. The executive called the court and told the court, say, you're gonna rule in a way how, even though the hospital said they were tortured, but you're gonna rule that the evidence should not be trashed. That's judicial interference. Right? That's interference by the executive in judicial matters. And the people are listening. And when the people see the kind of reports, big business people around the world, in Croatia, in Belarus, in Hong Kong, Taiwan, when they read this report, even if the man had the vision to go and put a pineapple juice factory in Riverside that is noted for growing pineapple, he will not want to put it there because he is afraid that when he put a pineapple farm down, some bastard beginner won't fight him one day for his own money. When you go to court, he will not get justice. So even if a sugar factory, if a sugar company in Brazil decide to come to Liberia to grow sugar cane and start producing sugar in Maryland County from Lesuco, they'll be afraid that if I go there to grow a beginner, they will run behind me from my own sugar cane farm. I will not be able to face sugar. They will be using my sugar cane to be facing cane juice. If I carry the code, I will not have justice because somebody could call the code and tell the code, say, I didn't pay the people what the people did, what they did, and they are okay. So when you don't straighten the law, when you don't straighten the judicial system in the country, you risk pushing the country into underperformance. And that's why the Ministry of Finance today backing people say, how we'll not pay you soon. We'll be paying you for the first week in November. Just stop it. Everything we keep saying here is intended purely to move the country forward. When you create the environment where businesses will move better, that you will be taking pay on time. We're not in government. We ain't depending on government. That you're in government will be taking pay and be enjoying. That you're in a ruling party. In fact, that you'll get excess money to do a lot of things with. Keep creating unfavorable business climate for the country and think you are exercising power. The more you keep violating the laws, the more you keep, look at police brutality. Small protests. People not even people not confrontational. Police was just to wake up one morning and start firing tear gas and shooting live bullets. You're creating unfavorable economic conditions and climate in the country. And Greg Omo thinks he's running a country where he is a boss. He's a big boss. No, you're not doing that. You are undermining economic growth. Sooner or later, the police will not get few to be running around. Sooner or later, the police will not get few to be running around. Because when business is cool, the country will start to, will start to encounter problems. And that's what we see happening sooner. That's what we see gradually creeping in. You see, finance minister telling people, say, we got technical, what kind of technical thing that GAFON can solve in 2 days?
After you turn the entire
Today
country
is the
into-
20th. Let it argument now. Today is the 20th. He said it will
first week in November.
First week in November before those. So from the 20th to the 30th of this month.
It's not that long.
At 10 days.
Because Saturday is the 25th.
So Alexa,
Sunday.
10
So next week, month ends next week.
my issue is 10 days, Alexa.
Mm.
We got 10 days from here to the 30th of the month.
Mhm.
Let's assume, okay, we say 6 days. If it is a real technical issue, look, these people in power say they are educated and they got all of the connection. It should not take them more than 6 days to restore whatever system that they are alleging broke down in finance ministry. The truth of the matter is, all the computers are shining with the eyeball blinking. No problem. Everything on. The only problem, no money there. Be poor and said no money there. Instead of you passing around with technical, all the computer finance ministry, okay. Everything okay. The system is good. Nothing happened to the system. Nothing. It's just simple. You are afraid to tell the people say you're making money again. Look, when you're getting broke, tell people say you're getting broke. No crime in it. Then they pretend say you got money and you got money. That's why we were warning you all say the country is suffering. Don't take $10 million and go for you and go bail hard for the president when the country got other things to do. You all said now, Daniel Sanders were costing people the Ministry of Information. Ministry of Mine Park Cost. That's why when you told $1.2 million and bought 2 cars for the president. We say anything wrong. They may got 2 cars what president we are left for him. Why is he buying 2 new cars? $1.2 million. You started making power. You started costing. Then it reached to the point now. It reached to the point now to pay salary. That problem in the country. It reached to the point now. It reached to the point where to pay salary. That problem. And not every time people criticize you, the people ain't let you. Our criticism against you on this radio and in this country is not a result of us not wanting you to succeed. It is in honesty. It is in an effort to see you do what you promised the people. Look at the kind of shameful thing where you on. That rescue government begging people now say, yo, who your how and next month we pay. The rescue government doing it. You prepare the budget. You did your projection. You did your budgetary forecast. You analyze the economy. You did all of the inflation analysis. You did all your economic, analysis about what's happening in the country. So you needed to know at what time there will be increase in cash inflow. At what time there's going to be some pressure on revenue. At what time you will have the leverage to do expenditure. And the sad part of it, the very sad part of the whole situation is the fact that the government is not even under pressure, Alexa. The government is not under pressure. You're not sponsoring midterm election. The whole United Party government what we get here today, they're not sponsoring midterm election. That's why all the 15 candidates in the country can be elected senators. They will not do it. Because there will be no vacancy in the house right now for senators.
You already did
no midterm.
Koga stuff.
Yeah. No, talking about by-election.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about we're talking about the midterm election where all the 15 candidates, 15 senators can be retired. They will go have new election to replace 15 senators. You are not having that situation right now. You are not. You are not having that situation right now. You have the leverage. You have opportunity. So money business should not get your heart on. You're not spending money for election. You're not spending money for election. At least you guys are blessed. You guys are blessed. Your own government ain't got plenty by election. Under President we are. I mean, there was a time Representative Ada Lauren Peace to his arches and may other than rest in peace. we had Ada Lawrence in pass off. We got to go to by-election to replace Ada Lawrence. Munapeno Youngblood pass off. We got to go to election to replace her. You know, how to call Nangwe Slow pass off. We got to go to election to replace him. You see it? Geraldine Doe pass off. We got to go to election to replace her. Senator Dagose, he passed off. We got to go to election to replace him. And I can name several other lawmakers who passed off, who passed away to go and replace them. All of the things took money. COVID-19 came 2 years. 2 years COVID-19. People were not going to work. Government was still paying salary. At the end of the day, whatever happened 2023. So when you came to power, you are not burying lawmakers like the way it used to be. I mean, thankfully, you are not doing it. Because whenever you bury one lawmaker, there is a by-election.
Yeah. And
by-elections are very expensive. You are not doing it. More so, you do not have a midterm senatorial election where you are supposed to be doing election financing. You are not. So why are you doing with the money to the point where you got issue? I mean, you are not like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf or George Weah who have plenty of obligations. Huh? You are not like them who had global sicknesses impacting them. COVID-19 was the whole world shut down. It affected George Weah. Ebola, it affected Ellen. Your own monkeypox, yeah.
We're yet to get daily updates, in fact.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's happening.
Monkeypox, yeah. But
no, according to it is still here anyway.
Good. So at the end of the day, there is no impact that much of whatever that is having on you. So you have the leverage. And so you won't tell me you're stealing the money behind the scene and you're in saving to pay salary. There should be no reason why you are not paying salary on time. You are not funding plenty by elections. You are not even going to be providing money for midterm senatorial election. You don't have it. More to that, you are not starting new projects. You are not doing new projects. Most of the projects you see going on in the country, you are completing projects that the government of George Weah secured funds for and already had in the pipeline before the elections. The Southeastern Electrification Project that was done through the World Bank, through EU and the Renewable Energy Agency when Joseph Tar Williams was there. That project that built the transformer entering Buchanan. All of you here when George Weah was in power, entering Buchanan, there was a substation there. The Weah government were waiting for the election to finish. Then you start running. And then you start the second phase of the project, which would have seen poles planted and transmission going to the southeast. All of you who were here, you saw that substation. When you go to Buchanan, it was on the left. When you enter Buchanan City, they were on the left. It had lights in it. You completing project. The last time the Papa went to Bonkande and Nima and dedicated 2 schools. Those schools he dedicated, there is no picture to show him breaking ground for it. You are completing project, so you are not starting new project. What taking the money now? No. Let's ask the question. What taking the money for which you are coming right whole long book to table say, technical issue, and so that we pay you until November 1st week. Come on, stop it. Stop. You ain't got pressure on you. Ganta to Sacre-Pierre, Joria Hakota on 98%. Sacre-Pierre to Tapeta, the payment was done. The project was the feasibility study. In fact, they were grading the road. They were grading the road from Sacre-Pierre to Tapeta and putting cross rack on it when we're going to elections. Because of elections, some of the things got paused until the election will finish. Before when people are having elections, somebody contractor can run away from the country because they don't know if the country will fight war or not. After the election, they came back. How they completing it? You are not spending. Look, you are not spending brand new money on any project. You are completing projects. So the money you are generating, where are you taking it from? Where are you spending it at? The money you guys are generating, where are you guys spending it? Where are you spending the money you're generating? Where are you spending the money you're generating? And you backing people, you telling them, y'all got a bad patient. Bad patient? That rescue government asking you the bad patient? Look at the kind of report that the guys came up with. The Liberia, the business coming in Liberia is so difficult. Liberia is a tough place to do business. Can you imagine? All because you have refused to create the favorable environment for businesses to thrive. I'm not going to say more. We'll allow Alexa to conclude on the discussion. Then we'll go to the lines and talk to you. So continue to play *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. When we come back, we'll check to see whether we got some winners. We'll pay them. Then we'll go take calls. But Alexa, is over to you quickly.
The way Liberia is now, it is becoming a comical zone. And I'm saying this to me, the people we have. I just read a post from someone, and the person was like, this is how a responsible government operates. And that was after this entire, I think parts of this report, were shared, and the person has shared as well. And the person was like, that's what a responsible government does. The release from the Ministry of Finance, a responsible government would definitely inform Liberians as to what's going on in the country. I don't know what kind of justification is that, or what kind of a defense is that, but it made me laugh a little bit. Because if you're saying that, that's exactly how a responsible government operates. Now I'm trying to understand, why were you guys really, really harsh when we had Samuel Twe? Because I remember that became an entire trend. Technical glitches. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was using that particular phrase. And they were like, Samuel Twe was not being really honest to Liberians, and he was not really running the ministry as he should, as the Minister of Finance. He was strangulating Liberian civil servants, and the list goes on. A lot of things people said. Unity Party members, the officials we have today, ministers, directors, a lot of them say a lot of things when Samuel Twe talked about technical glitches. Now, we have a finance minister who told Liberians to become prayer warriors in their own country for the economy. And that was also branded as a responsible government, referencing God, because whatever you do in this life, you definitely have to call on God to guide you and all that. That was another defense and justification. We had a whole day to pray for the country. We had a whole day to pray for the economy. That was not seen as fun, or as a government that is irresponsible. Because if you cannot use your expertise, if you cannot use your years of experience to run a country or to run a ministry, but you had to tell Liberians to become prayer warriors, I don't know what exactly is the word to describe that, but you guys defended it. And today we have another release from Finance, informing civil servants there are delays and they're not going to get their salaries until the first week from, I think it's going to be late until the first week in November. So it is delayed. And you were saying because you have technical issues. So what is the difference between technical issues and technical glitches? What is basically the difference between what Ministry of Finance is saying today and what Samuel Twe said before? When all of you were so much on it and you branded that ministry, you branded George Weah as administration as an irresponsible administration, because according to you, civil servants were crying every month. They couldn't get their salaries, timely. It was not timely and all that. And today you have, your ministry telling us technical issues. And because of that, there will be salaries delayed, and civil servants are still Liberians. They're still in this country. And you're saying that's how a responsible government operates. That's just the most civilized way to tell someone there's no money. That's just the civilized way to justify that right now we don't have money, and so we're not going to pay you. We're trying to solicit funds until we can get money. So if this is something that was not okay before, how is it really okay now? How do you expect civil servants to survive? You branded Samuel Twe as a wicked man. You branded George Weah as a wicked president. That, of course, you have money in the country, and they intentionally did not pay civil servants on time. So how do we brand you now? Are you guys angels? Are you guys saints? Tell Liberians, tell civil servants, we don't have money. It is clear. If you do that, it means you're responsible. Be clear. If yesterday technical glitches, that was not something to be used, technical issues, what's the difference? When you told Liberians, I know you guys get tired whenever I say this. When you told Liberians, when you told us that you were coming to rescue this country, you were coming to rescue every sector in this country, you did not stutter. No, Mr. President did not. And the people who were campaigners of the rescue mission did not stutter. Everybody was confident. Everybody was clear in their utterances. And they did not second guess themselves. No, they were clear in the things they said. Very clear. So, of course, Liberians had huge expectations. And you came again. You started talking about civil servants wouldn't struggle for their salaries every month. They're going to be paid. And people would take home what they are supposed to get. That was also another promise. That was also another brag. And you go on the social media, you go on different radio platforms or whatever platform it was or it is to talk about the money wouldn't even end and civil servants would get paid. That was a big flex for the rescue mission. Then came the most sophisticated, experienced, and educated finance minister, as you guys bring him. And today, we get released from that ministry saying, we're sorry, but your salary will be delayed, And the energy you were supposed to take in addressing that issue to address that issue speedily. You are taking that energy to talk about why an opposition political party will celebrate the groundbreaking ceremony of their political party headquarters. Like, what sense does it make? The energy you should take to run the country, the energy you should take to get money to pay civil servants, you are taking that energy to be on social media. You are taking that energy to call different radio shows to question the jubilatory spirits of an opposition political party as to why are they happy? Why are they celebrating the groundbreaking ceremony of their party headquarters? Like, I don't understand it. How do you dictate to someone the emotions to feel? How do you dictate to someone how to feel or how to act when they have an event? The rescue mission should be focused on the rescue mission. The rescue ministers, directors, and assistant ministers, including the president, vice president, should be focused on the rescue mission. Focus on the economy. Focus on civil servants getting paid as you promised. And then you're going to say it happened before, so it is not cringe. That's not what we're talking about. Maybe that's a way to console yourself, but that's not what we're talking about. If we're discussing comparison, then you'll be unfair, because you told Liberians that George Weah did not govern this country the right way. George Weah did not do what he was supposed to do. That's why you are here, to do everything the right way. It is that simple. If Oliver was not the best boss I had, and I'm saying I want Austin to be my boss, so now I'm going to support Austin. I'm going to support his agenda. Austin has already told me that do not worry. Oliver did not do anything for you. Oliver failed you. Now I say, okay, Oliver failed me, so I want Austin as my boss. Now I have Austin as my boss, so I expect Austin to fulfill his promises. I expect Austin to do what Oliver did not do. That's exactly the problem we have right now. So do not tell me, oh, Josh, we are in one year because Samuel to say technical glitch and the same thing happening, so it is not screenshot. It is screenshot because Samuel did not tell us that a rescue mission.
People were paying salary.
We are not tell us that a rescue mission he had. You told us you're here to rescue the people. You're here to rescue us. You're here to make sure the broken systems are repaired and they are working, they're restructured. The economy will be like, oh my God, everyone will test what's happening in the country, the natural resources, the national coverage, everybody, every citizen in this country. And Silver Sevens are citizens. So you are here and you're not doing what you said you would do. So what's the problem? What next? Are we declaring 1 week fast and prayer since the one day did not work properly? Do we need an additional 1 week to be prayer warriors for the economy again? Do we need that? We don't need that. So please, y'all do what you can do. Now the scene 7 was saying you did it, you do that one to my salary, and do that one to your vote.
No.
No, I'm just saying that.
I hope it doesn't reach that point.
I'm just saying that. But at the end of the day, when people trust you, that's what I'm trying to say. When people trust you, when people believe in your ideology, you have to make sure you deliver. So y'all please deliver on the things you're promised. Y'all please deliver on the promises you're made. Fulfill your promises. Let the country move forward. Okay? Oliver talked about you're trying to solicit, funds from the mining companies and all that. Whether it is going to be for 2 months, for 3 months, you still have a couple of years to go. So is it always going to be dig hole, cover hole, reopen hole? If that's how it is going to be, I don't know where we're headed. Because I know before you took over this country, based on the things you said, it simply means you had all your things jotted down. You were ready. You were ready 100%. You were not waiting to be sworn into office. I'm sure you had all your things together because you talked about experience. You talked about education. You talked about, sophistication and expertise. So we need to see these things being displayed. Not just to be spoken to us.
Pay the people salary.
So just pay Silver Sevens.
Pay the salary.
You always say it is delayed because of technical issues. So it goes forward to the first week in November. I don't know if Silver Sevens, they're going to wait because I know Liberians how we are. They're going to wait, but just do what you can do and pay the people in. Because if this one extends to first week in November, I'm sure November will enter December, January, and it is going to keep going that way until I don't know where we'll go now, but just do the thing you say you will do. Like seriously, please.
Okay. All right. That's exactly what it is. So we'll go directly and see if we can run to our mobile money platform and see what is there. Yes, to see what is there. For those of you who are playing, keep playing the *255*1#. Like I said, the more you play, the better your chances are to win. Okay, so we are closer to selecting the few group of individuals who are expected to win. So remember, like I said, anytime we're talking, keep playing. You can never tell when the next winner is going to come up next. So *255*1#. By the time we are about to leave, we're hoping to start to call some of those who are going to be winning here on the platform. The first batch of winners are being sorted out at the moment. So yeah, you still have the chance. *255*1#. But let's go to the lines and talk to all of you, our people. Call us and let's know your thoughts on some of the issues we raised. The government is begging Silver Sevens. Silver Seven, how? Silver Seven, how? We'll be paying you, but we'll start paying you, very late. And it may even be the 4th week in November. So you must hold your hat. Don't worry.
Yeah, just be patient.
Yeah. Don't worry. Hold your hat. Number 2, the CDC programs on Saturday. What's your take on it? And all of the other issues we talk about. Plus a report from the U.S. Which is indicating that Liberia is a terrible place for business. Liberia is a terrible place for business. And like I said, the headquarters groundbreaking ceremony took place. And by the way, those of you who are still wanting to make contribution of cement, whatever, money and everything at the headquarters site, the finance team, the Waste Means and Finance team of the headquarters construction committee There is a team table there. You can go there with your cement any day. You will not suffer now because the plan to pack. You know, you go there any day with your truck. You can go there with your trolley or sensor, anything. You go there where you can go and present your receipt. You present your materials. They will gladly accept it. That is exactly what it is. So call us on 086 500 104, 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation on 87.9. My name is Kai. I'm here with Princess Alexa Vanja Colley. Crime Stoppers Liberia is our sponsor, and Win Liberia is our implementing partner. *255 *1# will give you some money. Let's take a break. When we come back, we take calls.
Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia. We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia.
Okay, let's go to the lines now and talk to the first batch of callers on the conversation. The first person, go ahead. This one. How are you? How you doing? Quickly.
From my former resident.
Go ahead.
And okay, the people are very all. The people, the sophisticated issue, and we are understand nothing because the other one they bring in our own men take the name and not forget. They say, oh, you will not program, but they are coming with all the politics.
Oh no, you are off. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, my brother.
I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Popo Kono, down Coast Hill, Winter Community. You make a certain point. Let me first appreciate you and your darling men at Kiss FM, your Freedom FM. All of you who help us, the likes of Freedom FM, Banner FM, Voice of Nigeria, and Kiss FM, who made this concert to be a success. I want to appreciate you people for whatever that you people did, that God richly bless each and every one of us to see the people have sown over the years. Thank you very much. And to the government is begging people for October salary.
Oh yeah, October salary, my brother.
Am I hearing that the responsible government is telling people that they will not pay for October? Then how did we get to this place? Seven that were used yesterday, yes, who sang the song? Who has my salary? I will homonize your vote. If you are touching the people to pay the salary, what will you have for homonization? Will you cancel and reinstate the pre-homonization salary? Therefore, how did we get here? If Joseph J.G. Brown was asked to raise today, what will be his question to these people who got together some and President Weah over the last 6 years? These are the things they use against the president. So are they telling us that these guys don't know about governance? They lie to the Liberian people?
Okay.
It's so unfortunate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for always giving us the space to critique these people, the architects of governance, the chief responsibility of governance, who are acting like A2 students today to remind them of what they
Okay.
Thank you, God.
Thank you very much.
God bless us long life and good health. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
I'm fine. My son, brother. How are you?
We're great, my dear brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm my sister too. Is she there?
She's good. She's here.
Okay, well, man, I just called to pray for you guys. I want to pray for you. Let's just bow our heads and let us pray. Father, I commit KOK, our sister, into your hands. We know in Nigeria, when you see the true Lord, the enemies are present. But you declare in your word that those who oppose them, Father, oppose. I cover them with the blood of Jesus against every principality in this power.
Amen.
In their long life, in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much for these powerful prayer points. Let's leave you right there and talk to this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
How are you, sir? I'm still PW from I'm calling for Stokely, the Western Party on your show.
Go ahead, Mr. Flomo. Let's hear you, sir. Go ahead, Chief.
I just want to take this time to extend thanks appreciation to you and Selector, and also to the CDP. You know, there's a part where I see the noise from the sea cannot start the station from sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just started with that tree that when it break down the headquarters and when we go away. As long as we are living, we'll continue to be there. So the noise without being switched to not sleep. Even when living in the water and the sea is nothing. Another part is that you have a chicken and laying egg and you busting it. You know that chicken will stay there egg. So all of those things that we're doing, they are existing. I want to tell the president thank you and let you continue in our way. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. *255 *1#. The more you play, the better your chances are. This other person, hello, how are you? How you doing?
Thank you. This is Edmond Carr, and let me appreciate you, Oliver, and the entire Freedom family for creating the platform for us. Because when we attend these kinds of CDC occasion, the endorsement that we receive there, many of you guys are seriously helping us to put us into the political arena. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks to Women Center for creating this means for us to allow our voice to be heard. You guys are making your headway. And history is going to judge you guys. Because if you guys were not making serious impact on the Liberian people, we were not going to be receiving the kind of endorsement that we received on this one time. And we were part of history making, thanks to the president, for he being always a visionary president. Thanks to his wife, our man, Class William, because we're all the advice in the left. They helping us to move on. Thanks to all of the policy that paid on Saturday, and for being law abiding. There was no incident by the grace of God. Everything went on smoothly, and we take our team. We went to break ground, but we broke Unity Party heart. You know, this monkey bomb, this Unity Party surrogate, they are not ashamed of themselves. Can you imagine that? 4 years on that, you are in leadership. You're not ashamed to come behind of the CDC, to come tell OSC, you come into have grant, you come into have raising funny. You need to do it. Guess what? This is all that sort now. You're losing. You know the party? We first of all establish committee, and committee comes out of every other thing that you see happening right now. But you even start nothing. Your party chairman can lie to you people. You didn't know the moral strength of the country.
Okay, thank you.
4.5 billion. You're not going to do anything. So we are here, and we will mock at you people as well. It is our time to laugh because it is something fair. He will laugh the best, and we are laughing. You are crying. Thank you.
We leave you right there. Let's go and talk to another person on the line. This could be Man CC, the woman of the moment. She had too many interviews at the groundbreaking ceremony. Go ahead, female general. Let's hear you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mama.
Yeah, I think you saw my interview.
I saw plenty of Mama.
Oh, you saw it. The thing that I tell you, said many get it. Then you want a question, you want direct me. I said no, but I keep it on. I said get it. Come on. Come to the issue. Okay, are doing well for us. Let me take the time to say thank you to the committee, the freedom, the banner, the keys, and the voice of life. Look, your message is resonating. Okay. It's resonating. I'm doing this, right? Yeah. And I'm doing this. It's resonating, right?
You learning plenty book in the country.
Oh, my son, I'm learning from young. I will say you to school. And when they talk, I get asked them, they want to say, oh, my son, they want to be there. So I'm taking it direct. That groundbreaking, it meant so many things for us. In our life, we see this was broken down. You can see the anger, the frustration of person. But we also have to see in our spirit, in our spirit, wake up. When we are called that day, look, we also the party, they call it the life party. The life party, even when you are sick, when this is coming, that left to get you straight. We're talking about their party. This is what. So they can't to job we are dry here. I don't want to video. It's a trouble. Your president, a former president, we are. Who can people a convo? Tell me. Who can people in a convo? Because we have energy. He's strong, sound. He was shouting before to be the type of person. They're talking about president. We are dry. Not the issue there. You told our AI baby. It's not to get one I know, Rupa or Vespa. Rainfall, the journal for that do it for it, but she saw the tenants that went out. She saw Tunisia came out for the grand baby boy was a historical movement for that day for us. A teacher will keep it, I will keep it my son, I will keep it for history, for my born children. I'll keep it this teacher here.
One of the ministers from the government did a Facebook post, and she was saying, you know, there is a possibility that they will cheat, and yeah, she said they were not in power, and people accused them of being cheating. So the way they in power now to cheat will be easy. So I told the minister, I say, we not say it will not happen though. Yeah, we not say people will not cheat, but we want to see where they would be and do that cheating. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean
who say what happened, but we want to see what
yeah, we want to see who announce the cheating result. Yeah, you know. So no, forget that thing. You not know President we are anymore. The man you need everything at a different man right now. Yeah, so forget.
Tell you, we are going to say that sake of peace, that peace can't pass. If they think they were cheating this country, the natural reason is why. Even my DC, to making fun.
To circumcise the bamboo, another thing, or who over the head. So to cheat, another thing, to cheat, another thing. But who?
What you want to tell me? What you want to tell me?
Now you say, man.
What you want to tell me? What you want to tell me?
Now you say.
And I say, for me,
no,
you get it,
I got a quarter off. Well, look, I mean, like I said, it is easier to say you will cheat, but what we want to know in this country is who will announce that cheating winner.
But what's even bringing that conversation?
No, because
they shouldn't be talking about
when
it
people
then.
feel in, that's what they will say. So we say you can cheat, we didn't say you're not cheating in the country, but we want to know who will announce the cheating winner. That person won't know. So you know, yeah. So and you can know who announced the winner first. We want to know who announced the winner. They will know where you will put that winner in power. You know where the inauguration will take place. Their country. You're joking. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Thank you. Also, my brother, good man. I say, Aleza.
She's great. Go ahead.
Thank you. The official spokesperson for the Liberian Civil movement, I joined from Carwell.
Go ahead.
The greatest thing to happen is that for Liberian people to elect Unity Party. For time, what I see on go for 6 years with Unity Party, it means that the country will be depleted. What I'm saying that is that they don't get money to run the country. You go to the mining company and start taking money from them, impose years on us. That's what we see now. That's what we are going to. The people say, but we are not paying people on time. Why you pay a to rescue the people now? It's not paying people. Look at the report I put on. The State Department report. Why do you have in the country? Why am I doing it? The new state to happen is that for the people to be in power. They're not very correct to the country, and they not bring nothing good for the country. Like people are just living poverty, like what brought. Have a poverty. And this is wrong for our country. I come and stand for the people. Because that lot of people go for 6 years. I mean, I'll be going down the drain. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Instead of you taking the money to do Google project with you are building $10 million home for the president. and you're buying $1.2 million cars for the president. And when you turn around, you say you were cheat. We say you're not cheat. Once you announce that cheating winner, once you where will that cheating winner be inaugurated? And once see the country where that cheating winner will preside over. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Oh, yeah, that one part will clear what that's what we want to see. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing? When you call, please leave your radio. We are getting feedback, sir. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, my name is Gibbs Kofa. I call from Bannerville.
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. Mr. Kofa, let's hear you, Chief. Oh no, Kofa left the line. Please call us back, Mr. Kofa. We actually want to hear from you from Bannersville. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, good day to Alicia.
How are you, Chief?
Yeah, my name is Vincent Rahim, and I'm in from Central Bombay County.
Bombay County. Rahim, go ahead from Western Liberia. Let's hear you, boss man.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be the acting chairperson for the market CDC in Bombay.
Okay.
Platform, and besides that, I also like to say a very big thank you to you for always educating us as to the unfoldings within our country. Look, let me make you understand one thing. We don't need a rocket scientist to make us understand the fact that things are falling apart in our country. You know, I observe the regime of President Weah compared to this regime. However, I want to be very straight to the issue of things. And I can assure anyone, for the blood that we are burying in this country, especially the West region, you can add on Bushari, Jenica, and any other country in our region, that we have built the strongest bloc since we lost election. That the next time, in 2029, when we are contesting, or we are going to this election, and no competition, that anybody will not defeat us here. I can assure you of that.
Okay.
I want to be very emphatic.
Thank you very much. We leave you from Bombay County. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
How are you?
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, how do you do? This is Brahma Kamara from the Background Civil Rights Movement.
Go ahead, Mr. Kamara. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for your analysis and what you continue to do for the Liberian people.
You're welcome.
Let me commend a group of citizens or thousands of citizens who trying out this going on peacefully and carry on their groundbreaking. They show responsibility. If people are saying that their government is responsible, that's why we refer to as responsible government or responsible group of people or responsible party, because if you try to own yours, it simply shows responsibility. You understand? Meaning you are a man enough to be able to take part of authority of Liberia. But if you cannot build your own house to live in and you are renting, what gave the people the courage there? It's just that, yeah, you can be able to be responsible for them. So you have to be responsible for yourself. And the peaceful nature of position this long time, I really appreciate that and admire it. And the leader said that he has come to be able to change things this time around. It will not be like yesterday. You understand? But he has come now to correct those wrongs yesterday that that happened in the past. And this time around, it will not happen. Everything that will be done in the interest of the Liberian people. And these are messages that we are willing to listen to, and we are willing to see action being taken in that direction. Now about what is happening under the rescue mission when JMB is not finding solution to the people problem. But
okay.
The CDC for what they are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, James Blama Kamara. We'll talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Okay, how you doing?
We're great. Musa Brown. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the recognition. Okay, I call you from New Jersey.
New Jersey. Trenton. Let's hear you, Musa.
Yeah, is it okay? First of all, I want to say congratulations. I saw you on the groundbreaking. Your performance was just unique. And, in this committee, this group of committee, there are people earmarked for ministerial position come 2029.
No, man, no. I left my radio so I can come by and come sit down here. That issue. Go ahead.
Hold on, man. We want people that will implement the law. We want people that will work. As they work for the party, they will work for Liberia. Because the work you guys are doing is like you're working for the country. You have seen the cry, you have heard the cry of the people. And so you guys put your all, and you're putting your all into what you're doing. So if President Weah is coming to win 2029 election, he needs people that will work for Liberia. And that person, one of them should be like you. Okay? It should be an information minister to get information, not people will be causing mine, causing bad.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let me just say thank you to exhibition that went and the manner and form in which that was conducted, because the people have blended the exhibition to be people of no longer. You know why? The people that are both discussing on that are the United Party, because they have killed people on camera. They killed people on camera. But CDC has not done that. Never done that. The constable has CDC has never done it. And so congratulations, CDC. Continue to hold on and the rest of the thing, we all will do it together until 2029. God bless.
Okay, thank you very much, Musa Brown. God bless you too as well. We'll leave it right there. *255*1# is the code to dial, and you could win for yourself $5,000 Liberian dollars. It's just 50 LD to play. The more you play, the better your chances to win. And by the way, anytime you play, you are automatically qualified for the weekend edition, which will give you a bag of rice at the same time when luck is on your side. Let's take the last two callers. Then we call it a day on today's edition. I'm very, very tired. We are hoping to come tomorrow with brand new energy for the continuation of the program. But let's talk to this person, the next person. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Thank you.
How are you, my dear brother? Go ahead.
Thank you very much. All the United Parties, when they come out that propaganda with that lies and things, you guys can come on here and make it clear to all them the wrong name from the line. So you guys are doing very well, man. One of the things, the time you guys advance the car business or car will come to take people to the groundbreaking, to say your car now going to be available, man, brother. You're going to give no cheese in that place. I tell you, local business, you put it under control. Yeah. And one of the things they can be saying, you'll get a small talent cut off. But my man, when I went beyond that building to the back of the I saw my mom gave up. I said, what? I didn't want to live there.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We leave you right there. We take the last caller from Minnesota. Let's hear you. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, Oliver. How are you?
We're great. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm there. I just want to say, say thank you to you guys for everything that you guys did. Our people came out, we were following. So I just want to say thank you for all the hard work. May God continue to strengthen you. I just want to say that.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. And you too. We leave it right there. And so we're going to be returning here on tomorrow for the continuation of the program. It has been a very, very tiring edition today. Trust me, I'm very tired. But we're hoping tomorrow we'll have all of the new energy for different conversations here on the People's Radio. Until then, have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you and bye-bye.
My brother, God can bless anybody.
It's the Win Liberia Cash